She makes a mark on our community, I think, even if it wasn't the longest list of extracurriculars I've ever seen. She really, she gets involved and she really makes an impact in each one.
You're getting a behind-the-scenes look at what typically is a closed-door process in the Brandeis University admissions office. Staff members are weighing applications in what's called committee.
He's involved in a lot of different things, and I think could be an interesting addition to the student body. So I was between waitlist and admit.
As a group, they're deciding whether to admit, waitlist, or deny prospective students. But before we go further, let's back up. Before any applications are discussed here, thousands of them start their journey here, in the operations department, where they wait for an admissions staff member like Jen Walker to read them.
Depending on where people like to read their files, it ends up somewhere in our house. So for me, that's the kitchen table.
To offer perspective, Walker read roughly 800 applications last year alone. As the counselors read, the strongest of them are quickly pushed through the acceptance process, while others end up in the committee room.
There's a lot of personal characteristics that feel like a really nice match for Brandeis, and knowing that he's visited, knowing that he gets us, I guess I'm sort of making the leap between he's making that connection too.
Well, it's also nice that in his interview write-up, we hear that he'll benefit Brandeis as a whole.
I'll tell you a little secret. When you go through the committee, more often than not, students are offered admission. We look for, again, so many ways on how you as an individual will impact our campus. So for us, there will be so many viewpoints. At some point, if there's enough positive viewpoints, that will sway the committee.
She's ranked at 21% of her class.
Every time you open up that folder, it's like you're putting together a puzzle. And you have an essay, and you have a transcript, and you have recommendations, and you're trying to build a picture of another human being.
As a Brandeis alum, admissions counselor Sarah Eric has a good idea of what to look out for while building the community.
I first look at their academic record, but then I'm also looking to see who they are as people. Are they a fit with this institution? Are they going to come here? Are they going to be happy? Are they going to be contributors? Those blocks can be different characteristics, but once you get enough, then maybe you're admitted to Brandeis.
Acceptance letters are eventually signed, stuffed, and sent back to the operations department, where all applicant information is stored. You can think of Zachary Santamaro as the data man.
I'm pretty much the last line of defense as far as making sure that the data that's in our system is accurate. Hasn't been uploaded into the system with a space where a space shouldn't be, a dash where a dash shouldn't be.
In the meantime, Chris Holston takes all of the applicant data and turns it into something tangible. You can call Holston the report guy.
We look in trends over periods of years. So we would look at all the applicants from New York for the past 5 or 10 years and see how their SAT scores have been looking, their grade point averages, things like that nature.
On this day, it was too early for Holston to offer any data on the next Brandeis class, as committee decisions were still in progress. But he's excited to see how the class shapes up, a sentiment shared by all involved in the process.
You see these wonderful students and their families arrive on campus, and you could just sense the energy that they bring to this campus.
I don't just know their grades, I know their stories. A lot of things come through in recommendations and in essays, and you do sort of fall in love with a few of them and advocate for them and push them through the process. And then when that student is admitted and matriculates and shows up at Admitted Students Day, and you see them, and I met them over a year ago at their high school, and now they're here. It's amazing.
And it's all made possible through an applications journey and 3 very special words. Welcome to Brandeis. I'm Marcia McEachern for Brandeis Now.